What's up, creeps? Welcome to the Let's Talk Horror channel. Welcome to a very, very special review. Reason being is because last night I was lucky enough to watch a movie that is on my most, if not at the top of my most anticipated movies of 2024. Of course, I'm talking about Late Night with the Devil. Now, this is a movie that has already got a lot of hype behind it, with great marketing, promotion, posters that caught our eye, fantastic trailer. As well as that, it's already coming out to great reviews. It sits at 100% on Rotten Tomatoes. But after watching it last night, do I believe that it's worth all the hype? Absolutely. This film excelled on my expectations. I really wanted this movie to be fantastic. And it was. As I said, it was better than what I even thought it could be. We can't ask for more than that. Now, when I do reviews, normally, whether it's a film that I liked or thought it was rubbish, I try and go into as much detail as I can because it means I can be really honest about everything that I think is right or wrong about the movie. But this film's not even out, and also I want you to know as little as possible about this movie. So this is going to be a spoiler-free review. Somehow I'm going to try and do it spoiler-free. But this film is set in the 70s, takes place during a live talk show broadcast that goes horribly wrong when they decide to start evoking an evil spirit and start trying to create a live possession. We know that this could potentially, may or may not go horribly wrong. That's all I'm going to say. I'm not going to say whether it does go wrong. I mean, you can sort of probably tell, but I'm not going to go any further than that. But what I do want to talk about is the aspects of the movie that I am so in love with, what I am so excited about for everybody else to go and see. One part of that is the aesthetics. Now, like I already said, this film is set in the 70s, and they could have got this horribly wrong, and they could have made it really cheesy and everything like that, but they didn't. They absolutely nailed the aesthetic of this. Not just with the production design, where the sets honestly look so authentic, and just like a 70s talk show, it's great. The costume design, where they could have gone absolutely wild, making it really 70s, but they didn't. They played it really subdued it, and the production, as I said, the costume design, the production design is absolutely incredible. But also the other thing that I really want to mention is how they nailed the aesthetic on a technical and cinematography point. This film feels so authentic. You could put this on like I did last night and you honestly get taken back. You feel like you could be watching a movie from the 70s. Everybody who played a part in the look of this movie did an absolutely incredible job. But the other people that did an amazing job is everybody in it that gave such amazing performances. David Dastmalchian, which is obviously pronounced completely wrong, and I apologise, but I can never pronounce names. He is so good in this movie. He's an actor who's such a unique and an interesting actor because has it all. He can do everything. And in this movie, he does. And it's great to see him in a leading performance. And I hope after this movie, he gets more of it because he is a fantastic actor. And in this, he leads a film and he leads it perfectly. But it's not just his lead that's great in this movie. Everybody is. There's not somebody in this who does a bad performance or stands out and makes it feel a bit weird. Nobody does. Every performance in this is absolutely what it needs to be for this movie. Especially the actor that plays Lily, who's the girl that may or may not be possessed. She's fantastic. The way she stares into your soul when she's staring into the camera. Every aspect of what she does is absolutely phenomenal. So once again, not only does it nail the aesthetics, it nails the performances. The other thing that it does is that for a film that's like an hour and a half, just over an hour and a half, it really flows really, really well. And it gets from start, middle to the end perfectly. And the bits in between, once again, it really, really nails what it does. This film delivers an emotional punch when it needs to, but it also delivers on the horror. It also delivers on the sort of weirdness that comes out of it from nowhere. And a lot of that comes from the practical effects. Now, us old school horror fans, we love it. We get nostalgic when it comes to practical effects. And there are enough in this movie to really please you in that aspect as well. And they are done very, very well. But as I said, this movie delivers on every aspect that it needs to. As I said, delivers an emotional punch through the performances. It also delivers the comedic elements of it, and it's darkly comedic as well. I love the fact that there's loads of little homages in there as well to other old school horror movies, that when this film gets an official release, it'd be interesting to see how many people out there pick up on those as well. But this film, I mean, it has everything, and it is more than what I thought and hoped it was going to be. So, if you get the opportunity to go and watch Late Night with the Devil at the cinema, make sure you do. This is a film that really captures you as an audience, especially if you get to go and watch this at a cinema. You will feel like you're there. You will feel like you're involved. This is a proper movie to watch at the cinema. But if you don't get to see it at the cinema, then make sure that when it gets its release on Shudder, that you watch it then. But I do want you to promise me one thing, that when you watch this film, don't go into this thinking it's going to be a big Hollywood horror possession movie, or that it's just going to be an all-out Hollywood big budget horror. This isn't. This is a low budget independent horror, expertly crafted. Go into this expecting a movie that's done and created at the highest possible level. As you can tell, I truly, honestly love this movie. I cannot wait to watch this again, whether it's at the cinema, whether it's on Shudder, and I cannot wait for it to officially come out and talk to all of you that have watched it and have a good old discussion about this movie. And I genuinely believe that this is going to be another movie, that where this movie is set on Halloween, this is going to be another movie that we love to watch around the spooky season every year. This is going to be a Halloween classic for sure. So with its uniqueness, its weirdness, beautiful practical effects, beautiful set design, with its great performances, and it nails its 70s aesthetic, this is a movie that I honestly do not want you to miss. So make sure that you go and watch Late Night with the Devil.